So turn off your television sets. Turn them off now. Turn them off right now. Turn them off and leave them off. Turn them off right in the middle of the sentence I'm speaking to you now. Turn them off.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, hi
So,
world.
um, so I'm Ron, and this is D. And first, I guess we need to talk about last week.
Yeah, we do. Just because we
All
missed
right,
it.
all right. So yeah, we didn't recap the Christmas episode because, frankly, it's a Christmas episode. I mean, and we like to talk about plot points, the beats of the show, and we felt like there wasn't a lot to talk about because they took a total detour away from the main plot points of this season. So yeah, we just decided not to recap that episode because we would have been like, yeah, Christmas in August.
Tis the season. Yay.
This
The
is the season,
only
apparently.
okay, so the only high points that we can mention from this episode, and I don't mean this negatively, we just mean from a recap standpoint, is um Ted stayed home instead of going with the rest of the team. That's one thing I did notice. It's like his life, their life, meaning his ex-wife and child, their life is going on just as it is. And I think that's kind of interesting for him to see. Rebecca and Ted played Mr. and Mrs. Claus, which was adorable. Sophie, I mean, not Sophie, I'm sorry, Phoebe. That was hilarious.
Mhm.
Only because Roy told her, I think you're dying. Like, I almost passed out when he told her that because it's hilarious. But other than that, like, the whole, is it Love Actually with the
Yeah.
cue cards? Yeah. I mean, it's kind of it.
Also, Keely has nice legs, but but yeah, that's all I have. So let's get
Had to throw that
into
in there, huh?
yeah, just had to throw that in there. Let's get into episode 5 entitled Rainbow. And as usual, D, first impressions.
I love the other movie callbacks because I am a sucker for rom coms. They are my jam. I have noticed that Sharon is the doctor. Yes, Sharon, that's her
Oh
name,
yeah,
right?
yeah, 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 yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
It looks as if she is getting a little more concerned about Ted. So she's not going to push, I don't think, but I think there's a part of her that's like, something's kind of going on, but she's not going to say anything.
Mhm.
But other than that, I thought it was good. I'm anxious for us to get into the whole Nathan part again because we've been talking about him quite a bit. But yeah, what do you think?
Oh, oh
Nobody
yeah,
cares about your hot takes, by the way. I want to put that out there before you even go
do,
out there talking about how right you are.
do you notice my name?
Uh-huh, I see it.
D, it's finally
I don't
time that
care.
it's finally time that I reveal something to you. So I actually served as a writer on season 2 of Ted Lasso. No, I'm joking. But no, seriously,
You
I
bring
like
me
this
on.
I like this episode because it's talking about love, but in several different ways. With the Higgins family about how they fall in love. It makes Rebecca realize what she's looking for in love, and it's making Roy realize like the thing that he wants love that he's missing. So it's like love in like several different ways. So I like that. Some very exciting things happen in this episode that
What happened,
um
Ronnie? What exciting thing happened in this episode in particular? What happened?
all right, so obviously Isaac McAdoo, the center back, is now the the captain in Roy's departure. We saw Roy give Isaac the armband in the last episode. So yeah, he's obviously the um the captain, but he's having some troubles. So Ted, what does Ted do? D?
Ted says we got to bring out a big dog. That's what Ted does.
Because you need a
And
big dog for a big dog.
you need a big dog for a big dog. I'm not upset with that either because I think, again, Ted grew up, I guess, kind of kind of passive. You know what I mean? So I
Mhm.
think he kind of has a little insight on the type of people who need to get through to another type of person. The strange thing was Nathan volunteered to be said big dog, and Ted laughed in his face, literally. And I think that hurt Nathan's feelings.
It did.
It looked like it hurt his feelings. And even Beard was kind of taken aback because he was just like, what? Why did you
Yeah,
laugh? Yeah. And it's I don't know. I think my fear is that there's gonna be a big blow up with Nathan, and I don't want that. I think
there
it's
is.
coming on.
And I why I think you're correct is because they kind of set it up in this episode because Nathan passes by that's what is it, the taste of Athens, and he wants the window seat. You know, he wants he and his family to, you know, be able to sit at that coveted window seat. But Keeley tells him like, hey, you need to be more assertive. You need to say like, hey, I'm Nathan. So I think he is going to be assertive later on, but to the wrong person, Roy can't.
Okay, so we we might as well go ahead and say it. So Roy is coach now. He's come on to coach because he just loves it. Somebody mentioned that might happen, but we'll get to that later. But Roy loves it. He wants to coach, and he's realized that. And Nathan, I think, feels slighted. And my question is, does he think that Roy is brought on specifically because he's not doing a well enough job? Because if that's the case, why? It's two other coaches.
So
So
okay,
why
so
is he taking it so personally? I guess is my question.
let's set the scene. So Ted and Beard kind of both admitted that we have no idea what they're doing. So they brought in Nathan, excuse me, Ned and Ted.
Ned,
They brought,
Ned Flanders.
yeah, they brought in Nathan to be the tactics guy. So Nathan thought he was solely responsible for the tactics, you know, the formation, positioning, set pieces, things like that. So they've hit this streak of just they're not even, yeah, they don't even have draws anymore. They're like losing now. So they hit this streak where they're just losing now. So Ted, you know, being the somewhat aware guy he is, realizes that change needs to happen. And this is atypical. I mean, in most sports there are, like in most team sports, there are multiple coaches. So this isn't atypical. But leading up to this, Nathan already has a share office with Higgins. He already feels slighted, you know, in other ways. So bringing back Roy Kent to be the tactics guy, he's like, hey, so what is my job now?
But I feel you. But I guess what I'm saying is Ted has an assistant coach. They
Mhm.
share an office. You share an office, yes, it's with, somebody else. Like you share it with Leslie, and he's not a coach, but you share an office, just like the coach, just like the head coach. So why is it that he wouldn't understand why Roy's been bringing it, especially like you said, because they're losing. It's not like he's doing this jam up job and they're like, okay, well, we appreciate your services, but we're just gonna bring Roy in because he's better. He can help.
Oh yeah, and no, I'm definitely with you there because I think, and we said this every recap, the hardest thing to swallow this season is Nick kind of forgetting.
Nathan.
This I'm gonna stop doing that. I swear. Nathan, excuse me, Nathan forgetting like just how lucky he is. Like he got plucked out of the locker room as the kit man and elevated to a coach. Like that doesn't happen. So yeah, this season he's come in, you know, trying to, poke his chest out and throw his weight around, but everyone's still like, Nathan, like you're not that guy. So it's been weird seeing that, and yeah, I really want to get to the bottom of like why he's been feeling that way this season, because you would think he would be very appreciative of this opportunity, but no, he's this totally gone to his head.
And I would expect him to at least say, or I guess know Ted enough to know he's not doing anything to hurt him specifically. I think it's just my thing. Like, why are you taking everything to heart? Like, it's about you personally. This is Nathan's fault. So I'm bringing this person for Nathan. Like, he's bringing Roy for the team because this is what the team needs. Now, the whole you want to talk to him and Ted laughing in his face, that makes sense. I mean, I can understand why he's kind of like, well,
Mhm.
dang, you had to do me like that. But I, Nathan is a person who like literally was surprised because somebody wants to know his name. So the fact that Ted didn't realize he was serious isn't really that surprising. Like
Yeah.
you wouldn't. And what was the deal with the window seat anyway? Like why wouldn't she just let him have it? I don't get any of it. I
Well, because obviously his family, like I still don't know Nathan's ethnicity, but obviously they are brown people.
They're
So
brown. Hmm.
yeah, so yeah, they you don't want brown people sitting in the window of a Taste of Athens, and
Damn, I hadn't even thought about racism.
it's hooting.
I hadn't even thought about racism. Like it didn't cross my mind that she was being a racist. Like it hadn't. It didn't even. I was thinking more so because he was so passive, and she was doing it just because she could, versus yeah. But my bad. Yeah, you're probably
Oh
right.
yeah, I'm sure it's because he's swaggerless too. I mean, just saying that. Unfortunately,
Reckless. Bless
yeah.
his heart. So okay. So with all of that, what what's he gonna do? Okay? So you said you think he's gonna blow up on Roy. How's that gonna play out? You think?
He's gonna blow up on Roy and Ted, and Roy is going to like probably give him a wedgie, and yeah, it's not going to be nice.
Think it's gonna be bad?
It's going to be bad. Like I think it might be a situation where it's like a back and forth between like Roy and Nathan, and then Ted like kind of backs Roy, and then Nathan's like, what's going on here?
So what's Beard gonna do?
Well, if there's one constant with our dear Coach Beard, he's always the voice of reason. So going back to what you raised with Dr. Sharon at the beginning, I think it's going to be Beard who is the one to let Ted know that he is starting to lose his like moral compass and he needs to go see Dr. Sharon.
Hmm. You think You think he's lost his moral compass?
I don't think I won't say okay. I won't say it's like necessarily like a moral compass, but a lot of things that he like stands for, like his values and like his the way he encourages people, like that's starting to like slightly erode. And I think it's because basically he can't give that part of himself if he's not right, and we know that he's not right this season.
That's true. But Beard is the one who made it clear that winning is important.
Mhm.
So if anything, doesn't Beard have to take some responsibility for that?
I mean, yeah, but Beard is like okay, so he is the assistant coach to the guy who already doesn't know much about soccer. So Beard is just like there to all right. So I think Beard's role in this is like obviously like he helps Ted set up drills and stuff. He's there to like actually like coach, like air quotes, but he knows nothing about soccer himself. Like I mean, he had to read the book and give it to Ted. So yeah, and obviously, I think that's just a trait of like any coach. Like he cares about winning, where Ted cares about the the cultivation. He cares more about like building up the players. But Beard is like, no, I'm a coach. I care about winning.
Hmm. So Ted is there for morale, and Beard is there for actual skill.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So you think it's going to be a problem if Ted is not? So if Ted's not there for morale, then who would be? Well, wouldn't it be Sam now at this point? Couldn't Sam be that person or no?
But you can't put that on Sam
Well, you can't, but I mean, can't you? No, I'm just kidding. But I guess you
because
can. I guess.
because
Mm,
the one thing that made Richmond special is lost, and that was like Ted getting them to like believe in themselves. Like
mhm.
now everything is it's almost like it like okay, so Ted's philosophy is obviously lighthearted, but it's lighthearted to the point where it's a joke now. Like they just
Hmm.
laugh about losing now.
Yeah,
Like
that's not
it's
good.
instead of there being like because in the first season they lost the game and then they all had a birthday party for Sam, but that was done to make Sam feel good about himself, and that actually helped him win the next game. Now they lose and they just laugh about it.
Oh yeah, and have beers and yeah, at
Right.
least it wasn't a draw. Yeah, okay. There's a difference. All right. So what is gonna happen with Rebecca? And do you think that is her and that her and Ted are the ones
Oh yeah,
messaging
I
each
mean,
other on
yeah,
what's it called?
obviously, yeah,
What's it
banter.
called? Banter. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah,
I feel like it's a red herring.
you think so?
Yeah. Just because I'm just so used to, the flip flopping, whatever else.
It happened like really quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, it happened like really quick because you see him take the phone and like put it in his pocket and like he smiles, but like you have to like be really watching to like catch that because it happens so quick.
I
So
saw
no,
it.
I think
I saw him texting, well, or whatever, and it seemed like the way they cut it, she was reading
mhm,
the message, and he was like, it made it seem like they were doing it together, and it just kind of feels like I don't know, maybe not, because I was gonna say she said she never said she was the owner. She just said she was going to a game, right? A football
yeah,
match or something like that. Oh, he was like, "Who's your team?" So
but
okay,
but
so I mean that makes sense now. Cause okay,
but but then again, it would have been funny if he said like, "Shit, I'm the manager of Richmond. Pull up."
pull up. You can get up in a box. So
Yeah, we can get you a box. Let me know.
okay, so the point of the app though is to try to remain anonymous or to start anonymous until you decide to go on a date and then
Yeah,
say, "Hey, it's me." Okay, because
yeah,
I know
because
Keely was like, "Won't you just tell them who you are now?"
it removes like all like superficial stuff and it just relies on banter. So yeah, which is actually a cool concept. I'm not in the game anymore, obviously, but that is a cool concept for a dating app.
Yeah, kind of like Love Is Blind,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
kind of.
Oh, you actually have to get to know this person. Oh, yeah.
Oh, we have to have conversation. Cool. Sounds great. All right. So if it is the two of them, are they going to freak out and say, "Oh my gosh, I didn't know it was you," and kind of take a step back? And is that going to go on for a while because they realize, like I said, they like each other and then they get together later? Because I just can't imagine them getting together now unless this is a 3-season show.
No, it actually is.
Oh, well, never mind.
Yeah,
Answer that
yeah.
question.
So after Ted Lasso season one, Jason Sudeikis came out and said like, yeah, we are coming back for season two and three, and that's going to be the end. And I love
Oh,
that.
I love it too. I'm very happy with endings because I hate
Mhm.
when my shows just die. Well, not die, but when they just kind of end, especially because the last season usually is just crap
Mhm.
because it is what it is. Okay. So we think that's the two of them.
But to answer your question, I think because they are too, um, I guess, risk adverse in terms of like hopping back into a relationship and are trying to dodge that, they're going to be too. So once they make that realization, they're gonna be like, oh,
Uh oh.
yeah,
Uh oh. Make me some biscuits. Do you
yeah.
think that Sassy's going to come into play at any time? Is that going to matter?
That's an interesting one. That is interesting.
Because of course it doesn't matter that they slept together because they're not date. Like it doesn't matter. But if
Uh,
she's gonna date him, it may matter now. Like it might
yeah.
mean something more if it's just gonna be her boyfriend.
Sorry, I just keep talking about. I just keep thinking about what she said. Did he really talk like that the whole time? Like, yeah, he did.
He did. Eager to please. It was beautiful. Okay, so I guess my other question is, are Roy and Keely like you think they're in it for the long haul? Because it looks like they are.
I think
And
they
I
are.
can't imagine anything happening except like we said, unless Jamie, you know.
No, I think they are because it's kind of weird how they introduced Jamie and then like he's just in the back walking around now. So yeah, like you would, and I think a lesser show would try that, but I think this show realizes that Ron Keeley actually do have a strong bond, and they're not even gonna try it.
Right. And they shouldn't, because it's like, why? For what?
Right.
This is the dumbest reason ever for them to break up, because they're very strong and they really love each other. And she obviously really loves Phoebe too. So, I
Mm.
mean, kind of like linked up at this point. I think that's all. Okay, I don't know. Oh, what'd you think about you had me at coach? Shut up. You had me at
Yes.
coach.
So that entire scene was like really like cool and inspiring. Like how Roy just got up and said like I'm done with this, and it just his path to get to the stadium. Like this man knocked his knee back into place, and then like he
Ooh.
and then he walked on the pitch, and you hear the chants and just
It's every fucking way. Rocket.
and
Rocket.
then just a little good part is like when of course he embraces like Beard and Ted, but then he looks at Nathan and just kind of gives him like a what up, like,
What's going on there?
and then you see Nathan's face and it's just like "Ugh."
The good thing is he went to the end though. I was thinking it was gonna be something like he just kind of slid in between them and pushed Nathan
Mm,
down, but it wasn't. He was just like, "All right, go down here and take
yeah,
my place." But you could see Nathan was like a little subconscious about his suit after
uh-huh,
that, because Roy
yeah,
came in and all the matching blacks looking nice. You got money when all your blacks match. You know what I mean? The same black. But I think the big story this season for real is gonna be Nathan in some
mm,
capacity, because
mm.
they're setting it up for him to be angry, and I don't. It's hard to watch because he's just so sweet, or he was before,
Yeah.
and now he's kind of not. I don't know. And it's not confidence, because clearly he still got to work on that. It's just I don't know what it is.
Yeah,
Mm.
it's going to be tough. Like it's going to be tough opening season 3, and Nathan is the coach of Manchester City. No, I'm joking,
With
but
his
no,
broomstick he was asking for.
it is really tough because just the rise of Nathan was like one of the like just best like storylines of the first season, and now to see it happening this way. But once again, that's that speaks to like the good writing and the team wanting to take risks because they're like, hey, we established this. Now let's blow it up in season 2. So yeah, I really respect that. And that discomfort that we feel, that means that, it's keeping us on our toes because not I could speak for both of us on this. Neither one of us was expecting this, but it's making for a pretty thrilling subplot.
I was not expecting it at all. I really thought Nathan was just gonna kind of settle into his own. And I guess it's bad because I was expecting him to kind of take what he could get, because he's been given this great opportunity. But that ain't what's happening. He's just kind of like, no, I need more than that. And I guess I
Mm.
can't be mad at it, but you can at the same time, because like you said, you really just kind of walked into this. You didn't. I don't know. I don't know. We're gonna have to see. His dad is a lot. I'll say that, like
Yeah,
a whole lot. Because when
yeah,
he
and
whistled at his parents to come to the when I was thinking the same thing, like, why are you whistling at them like they're a puppy? Like that's
yeah,
your mom and dad. You gotta do is say, Mom and Dad, come over here. Like I wasn't even mad at his daddy when he was like, I'm not a dog.
yeah.
Cause
His father's like,
why are you
I'm not a yeah,
we're this close to you. You could have said, hey, y'all, we got the don't whistle at me.
yeah, smelling yourself.
I know. Gotta make himself big like a panda.
Hannah Waddingham really is just uh never mind, let me chill. But
Yeah, that's just chill out.
but
Moving on. Moving
moving
on. What do
on.
you
Uh
so was that episode 5?
that
Yes,
was
5.
episode 5. Yeah.
So we got 5 to go. Don't do
Yeah, we
that.
got
I see the ticker. It's 5 left. Okay, so in 5 episodes,
mhm.
are um you do think one for sure that that's Ted and Rebecca messaging each other. You giving it a stamp. You're saying yes.
But I mean, but now that you mention it, was it too on the nose? So I don't know. We will say we will leave that one inconclusive. We need to see more.
Hmm.
But wouldn't shock me if they went the other direction, like you said.
I don't want them to though. I mean, I want them to, kind of go ahead and get this thing going because they're clearly going to get together. I hope. I hope. Really, I
Mhm.
really want them together. I don't know how this is going to work out with his family. I guess his son is just going to come and visit and whatever else. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Roy is going to coach and stay there as coach. It's permanent.
Oh, huh. Because
Oh.
if Richmond continues to struggle, if Roy Kent is now, you know, is now on the touch line, along with along with um along with Coach Lasso and Coach Beard, people might start to call for Coach Kent.
I'm just saying. I mean, why wouldn't you? He's here. He's there. He's every fucking where.
He's every fucking where.
I mean, I would want somebody who's every fucking where to be my coach.
Exactly.
Teach everybody else how to be every fucking where.
Yeah.
So interesting. What happens? This is a soccer question. If they continue to lose, what happens? Like, can they next year again try to be what is it promoted? Try to be promoted again, or
Yeah.
does it take more, or what?
Yeah. So the top four of the championship can be elevated to they all have a chance to be elevated to the Premier League. So if you finish outside the top four of the championship, um you can you can still try again next year. You can do it all over again. But if they get like within enough points and the lowest team of the Premier League has like enough points, that then there's almost like a you remember the NBA like play-in tournament? It's almost
Hmm.
like that. So okay, you have to have like a playoff game for this spot in the Premier League, and I think that's probably what's going to happen because they just passed Christmas, which is a crucial point because by the time Christmas rolls around, you could pretty much predict where someone's going to finish on the table, and they haven't lost a lot. In that Christmas episode, I think they drew 14. They lost 4 and won 4. I think. I think that's what was on that thing or something like that. But anyway, so they're probably like closer to the top of the table, but yeah, they're going to need to start putting some wins together. Like no more draws. They have to like put some wins together.
Hmm. So they can't go lower than they are now.
They can.
Oh, okay. Okay. All
They
right.
can.
That's not good.
Yeah,
Okay.
you don't ever want to go that low because that is purgatory. You do not come back from that place.
Oh no. Well, I hope they get out of it because
Yeah.
I want my guys to win. Go go go. I think though that Roy is actually gonna be a good addition because he's gonna give them the kick in the pants they need
Mhm.
because it's a good it seems to have a good balance when it comes to playing a sport for sport and playing for fun. Because what he did with the captain is exactly what he needed to do. It's just like he almost had to yips himself. And instead of having to talk to Coach Sharon about it, he talked to Roy because Roy knew how to cure it because I'm sure he's been through it himself.
Mhm.
So yeah, I think he's going to be a good addition to the team. I just hope, our boy can get on board. Maybe he needs to go
Yeah,
talk to Sharon, Dr. Sharon, Nathan.
maybe so.
I think he does. He needs some kind of therapy because his dad is, on one.
Yeah, and it makes sense that that's why he's so meek and passive now because his dad is very commanding and like just his presence, like he's very much like I don't have I don't have the right to say this, but you know how you see like like our colleagues and friends and peers who are like immigrants and they said they have like the very stern and stoic
Hmm.
like father, like he's very much like that type of father, like no games at all.
None. None. Where's that other what did Jadina say? Where the other 4 points or something like that? When he got a
I,
96 or something. What other four? What other two? But um with that though, it seems like because his dad is so demanding, his mom probably was very soft.
mhm.
And that's probably what he what he related to the most, and that's why he's so not soft in a negative way, soft as in like demeanor and tone
Mhm.
and just kind of,
Right.
soothing in a
Right.
way. I don't know. Maybe he'll get more aggressive. Keely will keep helping him. And Rebecca,
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. I think that's kind of it though for this one. I watched the preview, but I don't remember it. So I don't know what's gonna happen
Oh
next week.
yeah. I tried my best not to watch the previews because I want to go in just yeah.
Go in ready, ready
Mhm.
to go. Well, we only got 5 episodes this season to go. So that means we only got 15 total. Who knows though? Season 3 might not come out to 2025. It's my last
Yeah,
one.
I got a feeling that they pushed this season up early, obviously, because there was a Christmas episode, which kind of tips us off that this was supposed to come out like much later in the year. So, so yeah, I think they might like chill and regroup, but who knows? They might keep it rolling and drop season 3 like same time next year. Who knows?
I'm with it. But see, the good thing is you mentioned Christmas because I'm sure a lot of people are like, why the hell are we having a Christmas episode? But if Christmas is crucial to the season, then it makes sense because they're like, we kind of want you to know what time of the year it is without saying, oh, it's, December. We just have a
Right.
whole episode. We'll let Rebecca sing. We'll let, Jason Sudeikis wear his J's because that's what he gonna do, because that's how he is. He'll do that anyway.
Also, I'm going to allow you to be like, I guess, the audience avatar here. Do you know how like a soccer season works? Okay,
No.
so for instance, so all right, so for instance, the Premier League, there are 20 teams. Everybody plays each other twice, so there's 38 games. Um, so there
Okay.
is there's
Yeah.
a there's a there's a points table. A win gets you 3 points. A draw gets you 1 point, and of course, if you lose, you get no points. And then there's also a goal differential. So if you score more goals, and so goal differential is obviously the amount of goals you scored subtracted by the amount of goals you allowed, and they do goal differential because like let's say you have two teams that have basically the same record, you then go to goal differential to figure out who goes above the other in the table. So yeah, December is typically the time where a lot of people look at their managers and like, this guy ain't gonna make it. Let's bring somebody else in. So yeah, a lot of people get fired for Christmas. So yeah, that's typically a very crucial moment.
Okay, okay, okay. I was gonna say, but they already brought Jamie in, so that was a
Yeah,
little bit
yeah.
before that.
Mhm.
Okay, so but the team itself seems solid. No, like are there any players that aren't holding their own or that aren't playing well? I mean, outside of our, our captain who had his own shit going, but other than that, is the team doing okay skill wise? Outside of
Um.
they're losing, but you know what I mean. Wait, did they
So yeah,
lose this last game? Oh, we don't know. We don't know
we
if
don't know. We
the
don't know.
yeah, we don't know if they lost. We don't know. Okay. They came out there like, like they won't remember the Titans.
Yeah, I guess we'll have to see. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's it for this episode. Do you have any closing thoughts, D?
I'm just interested to see what's going to happen on our banter app, and I hope that everybody does well and keeps everything moving and everybody's happy. That's it.
Yeah, so
Did we
so am
see
I.
Danny this episode? Did we see
Yeah,
Danny Ross?
you see Danny Rojas once. He says he doesn't like coffee, but his neighbor's
Oh,
son likes
what was his
coffee, so
mom was?
yeah,
He said he was
yeah,
born caffeinated or something like that. Oh, that's what we mentioned.
yeah.
I'm glad you said that because he didn't get the coffee maker.
Hmm.
So I guess that was another thing because she said only players. Did he take that as a slight? Because I didn't see Ted and Beard get one either. So it may have legitimately been just the players.
Yeah, it's like a perk of like a promotional deal. So yeah, it's players only.
Yeah, it just feels like he's taking everything personally, and it's weird. It's very, very odd. So yeah, I don't know. But yeah, other than that, no. I hope Keely remains awesome. I hope Rebecca remains awesome. And Leslie, I mean, if you think about it, outside of Ted, he's probably the most jovial and
Mhm.
grounded one out of all of it. despite his past transgressions against Rebecca, meaning, allowing Rupert to run rampant. But, he's mind his business. You can't really be that mad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. That's all I have for it. I'm excited about the rest of the season, though. I always am.
So yeah, I'm Ron, and that's Dee, my co-host. So until next time, peace.
Peace.